Welcome back, peeps. Thank you guys for tuning in. The Banner Bros channel, where we're always taking a look at the newest tips and tricks in Modern Warfare and Warzone mode. Today, we're going to be taking a look at what is the best site for recoil control in Modern Warfare Warzone. There's been some speculations and some YouTubers that have said that there's some specific sites like the VLK that has hidden stats and helps reduce recoil control. So today, we're going to put one of the most famous sites to the test. We're going to do Iron Sight, Holo Sight, GI Mini Reflex, and VLK Scope. We're going to put those to the test, and we're going to see which one has the best recoil control. If you guys do enjoy this kind of content, please remember to like and to subscribe and turn that notification bell on. It deeply helps me out a lot, because if you guys didn't know, 91% of you guys that watch my videos are not subscribed yet. So if you do, I deeply appreciate it. And with that being said, let's jump right into this video. Alright, so let's start with the OG. We're going to be using the Kilo here because it is the most used AR right now in Warzone, as we all know. So we're going to be testing 4 different things. We're going to be testing the Kilo with no attachments and no sight, so just a pure iron sight. Next up, we're going to be testing the GI Mini Reflex. Next up, we're going to be testing the PBX Holo 7 sight, which was quite a bit famous in its time, and I'm pretty sure there's still a lot of people that use it. And then next up, we're going to be using the VLK 3x Optic. So we're going to be testing which one has the best recoil control. Now let's jump right into this puppy. So we're gonna go ahead and line up here, and we're gonna go ahead and blast off all our mags. And again, this one is gonna be without trying to control the recoil. So first off, we're gonna see if there's any hidden stats that help control the recoil with this. So let's go ahead in 3, 2, 1, blast off. All right, so there we go. We got the first one. Let's go ahead and switch to GI Mini Reflex, and we'll be right back. Alright, so next up, we've got the GI Mini Reflex. Again, we're going to line up in the same exact position, line up to the right of it, and blast off in 3, 2, 1. And there we go. Now let's go ahead into the next one, the PBX Holo Scope. Alright, so now we got the PBX Holo Scope in our sight. We're going to move a little bit more to the right because that one almost touched. We're going to move a little bit to the right, and there we go. Blast off in 3, 2, 1. That one definitely felt like if it had a little bit more recoil, but let's jump into the last one, the VLK Scope. Alright, so we got the last one, probably the most used scope in Warzone right now. Let's go ahead and take a look if it does have that hidden stat like a lot of people say. So let's line up a little bit to the right. We're going to be right on that mouse, on that doorstep right there, and blast off in 3, 2, 1. And there we go, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to go ahead and test them out right now. And let's take a look if we do have any differences. So remember, this was Iron Sights. Next up, we got GI Mini Reflex. Next up, we got PBX Holoscope. And then next up, we've got VLK. So from the looks of things, I believe, by the looks of the thing, it seems like the GI Mini Reflex and the VLK scope definitely did the best in comparison. Again, there could be a little slight variation because remember, the recoil is not always the same. But as far as this test is considered, the GI Mini Reflex and the VLK definitely performed the best. I guess this one without trying to control the recoil. So since those two were the best performing ones, we're going to put them now to the test. We're going to use the GI Mini Reflex and the VLK scope, but now I'm actually going to go ahead and try to control that recoil. We're going to do a couple tests. We're going to do a close range one, and then we're going to do a far range one to see which one is better for controlling the weapon. Let's jump right into that. Alright, so let's go ahead into the next test. Like I said, we're going to be doing a close range one with the GI Mini Reflex and the VLK, but now trying to control the recoil. We got these two little perfect boxes right next to each other, and let's take a look. So we're going to do, I guess, a considerably close one. So we're going to go right up to this car. This is not that far away. I would say it's fairly close. So we're going to line up to that tail light, move a little bit to the left, and we're going to go ahead for the first one. And again, I will try to control the recoil on this one. Blast off in 3, 2, 1. There we go. I'm going to shoot one more time because sometimes when you hit the wall and just all that dirt comes out, you don't know where you're shooting at. So 3, 2, 1. There, that was definitely a lot better. I can definitely see my shots a little bit better. So that's probably the better one to take a look. Now let's jump into the VLK. All right, we're going to take a look at the VLK now. And we're going to take a couple shots again here to the one right here. Hopefully I can land my shots in 3, 2, 1. There we go. We're going to go do one more to the right-hand side just to take a look. Again, the double side. And there we go. Let's go ahead and compare them both right now. So obviously, the first one, definitely the VLK did a little bit better on this one. And as you guys can see, they are about the same. This one seems a little bit more compact. Like most of my shots were a lot more compact. But definitely the VLK scope was a lot easier to control. As you guys can see, that is a way more perfect circle compared to that GI meter reflex, probably because of that bouncing around. So the first couple shots, I believe, are just a little bit easier to hit with your GI meter reflex. You're going to definitely hit them a lot closer, but the consistency and overall, the VLK definitely would be a little bit better. Now let's go into that further range testing. Now, all right, we're going to be going considerably a little bit further right here. So this is, I would say this is a considerable distance right here. So we're going to be shooting from here to the wall. And I'm going to imagine that square right there is a person's head or a person's body. And we're going to try and blast off all my rounds. This one definitely does seem a little bit further for the GI mini reflex. But let's go ahead and try it out. 3, 2, 1. All right, there we go. Let's go ahead and change to the VLK. All right, so we got the next one. We got the VLK in our hand. And again, that was GI mini reflex on the left side. Now we're going to go ahead and blast off this right side. 3, 2, 1. There we go. Let's go ahead and check them out. Let's take a look at which one performed just a little bit better. So here we can have it. Definitely the VLK performing a lot better with those shots. It does seem that the recoil spread does not change. So I don't believe there's any hidden stats per se that allow you to control the recoil secretly. But I do feel that the VLK definitely allows you to hit those shots closer to your target. So as you guys can see here, the recoil about the same, you know, the same widespread, but it allowed me to hit those shots more consistently. Again, this test does not seem to fail. And the other test back there, if you guys remember, again, the VLK definitely shot those shots in a little bit more compact little circle. And the GI mini reflex was a little bit all over the place, but definitely shot a lot more shots through the middle. So as far as this test goes, let me know down below in the comments which one is your preferred. As far as this one goes, I think I'm still going to go ahead and choose the VLK. The VLK has definitely been my scope to go. Sometimes I do throw on the GI mini reflex. Obviously, the disadvantage with the VLK is if you're up against with somebody that's really close, it's going to be definitely a little bit harder to, you know, to shoot. Let's say you're coming out around the corner and this guy is right here. I mean, if you aim, he's going to be pretty close. So I mean, look, if we got a guy right here and all of a sudden he shows up and you're aiming right here, first of all, it's going to be a lot harder for you to move your aim, and definitely going to be a little bit harder for you to track that target when he is in front of you. So just do be aware of that. But yeah, let me know down below in the comments which one is your favorite one so far. Again, mine is going to be the VLK. And yeah, let me know down in the comments what you guys think, if you guys did enjoy it, and if you guys want to watch any other specific videos like this. Thank you everybody for tuning in. Peace out. And I'll see you all in the next one.